Meaning I was wanting to know, in order for me, rather than just telling me, oh, you need to change your diet, or you need to watch what you eat, I didn't really know which way I was supposed to go with that, because I'm like, okay, what part of this am I supposed to incorporate in order to understand how to do better? So as with anything in life, any journey that you're on, that you're trying to do something to increase or make yourself better, sometimes you'll have people challenge you and say, does it take all that? Do you really need to do all that? And I've been challenged a little bit by my family with this particular thing that I'm doing, because when I was diagnosed as a pre-diabetic, I got really into the numbers of wanting to know, okay, this is what the range is for being a pre-diabetic. When I first got diagnosed, I was like 1 point away from being a diabetic, and I've been able to bring my numbers down, and right now I'm 5.8. And actually, technically, when you look at most medical journals, anything for A1C of 5.8 or really 5.7 and below, you're considered no longer to be a pre-diabetic. And I have been working on this for a year, and I still have not been able to get my number down below the 5.8. I started out, I think, around 6.2, 6.3, and now I'm finally down to the 5.8. But even with that, and even changing my diet, not being perfect, I have still not been able to get the number down. So one of those things of, does it take all that? I started wearing a continuous glucose monitor. Now, my doctor would not prescribe it for me, because he was like, you're not a diabetic. I don't think you need it. I don't know what value. But then again, I talked in another video about you got to be an advocate for yourself, because when my doctor told me that I was a pre-diabetic and that I needed to change my diet and lose weight, he really did not give me any directions. He just said, lose weight, exercise, and that was basically it, and change your diet. So he did prescribe me a prescription at the time, and this was before the big Mounjaro, Zepbound, Ozempic, Wegovy bandwagon. This was before that really came down. He made a prescription for me, and my insurance actually paid for it. That's just to tell you how it was over a year ago when he did it. And when he did it, he said, I'm gonna give you something to help you lose weight, that could help you lose weight. But he didn't tell me what it was. So of course, when I got the prescription filled and I saw the name on it, and at the time it was the actual Mounjaro, it was not Zepbound, because Zepbound had not been approved for weight loss. It was Mounjaro. And when I went to do my research on the side effects and different things of the drug, I found out it was for a diabetic. And I'm gonna tell you, at first I was like, why did this crazy doctor put me on medication for a diabetic when I'm not a diabetic? And it wasn't until I got more into the weeds of the research that I saw where it was saying, oh yeah, it's helping people to lose weight, and this is a good thing to do. So I kind of deferred. I didn't get on it right away. I tried to see if I could do it on my own, and then I had already filled the prescription. I had a 3-month supply, so I decided to go for it, and I did. And I did lose 21 pounds in 3 months, staying on the same dose. I never increased the dose and all of that. But back to the point of, does it take all that? So I got turned on to doing the numbers, meaning I was wanting to know, in order for me, rather than just telling me, oh, you need to change your diet, or you need to watch what you eat, I didn't really know which way I was supposed to go with that, because I'm like, okay, what part of this am I supposed to incorporate in order to understand how to do better? So you have to realize, even though he was telling me to lose weight, my automatic old thinking was, oh, I got to reduce my calories. But one of the things of being a pre-diabetic is it's not just about the calories. It's about what you're eating and is it impacting your glucose, because increased glucose levels over an extended period of time can make you actually retain and turn into fat, meaning high levels of glucose can turn into fat because your muscles and your cells and the different things in your body that's using this glucose for energy, they're not taking it in like they should, and then therefore your pancreas is having to work harder and all these other things, and there's a science about it and I won't get it in today. But What doesn't take all that, with the continuous glucose monitor, what I was able to do, I was able to see just how food impact me. If I ate a piece of bread, if I ate such and such and such, if I ate food in a certain order, I was able to see that. So I have about 6 or 7 of these left. I actually used a company called Signals Health. I was paying that $150 per month just to have their membership, just to be able to link to that app. And honestly, for me, it was a value because it was an investment in me to determine, okay, this is how you need to eat certain foods. And what's interesting now is when I went back to the doctor and I had lessened my A1C numbers, not once did he ask me, how did I do it? Not once. But again, when I asked him, could he prescribe me a continuous glucose monitor, because I didn't want to have to pay that $150 per month, he was like, well, I don't really know if it's going to be a value, because technically when I prescribe something for you, this is the way it's supposed to work. And I was like, okay, whatever. And that's what I've been doing. So I wanted to show you me putting on the continuous glucose monitor. It's really, really easy. It's relatively simple. And all you got to do basically is clean the area with some alcohol wipes. And I have changed the places that I put the monitor. I usually put it on my arms, but I actually even started doing it at one point, doing it on my thighs, because during the summer, I didn't want, when I wore outfits without sleeves, I didn't really want to have that monitor there, so I kind of put it on my thighs, and that worked for a little while. But since the weather's getting cooler again, I'm going to go back to putting it on my arm. So usually what you want to do is you want to put it kind of in this area. So you kind of just clean this area really, really, really good with the alcohol wipe. And it's really, really easy. And I've been moving around a little bit today, so I'm going to do it one more time again, a little more. So I'm going to clean this area really, really good. And some people are like, why are you wearing a glucose monitor and you're not a diabetic? Because it take all that for me. And this is where you got to realize what it takes for you, right? So if you attack a person who, say, hey, I'm trying to do the minimum, I don't want to do all that, then that's great. But if you're a type of person like me who you just kind of want to know where you are and what your numbers are looking like, then this continuous glucose monitor might be something you want to do. And I also want to just show you one of the things I'm doing on this weight loss journey to help me kind of get my body, not just the external, what it looks like on the outside, but what I'm seeing is functioning on the inside. So then this is what it looks like when you take it out the box. It's really, really simple. And then you kind of open it up. And if I show it to you, you'll see it has like a little needle, a little fine filament needle. It's not like anything hard or anything. It's this fine filament needle. And then it has a push button right here that you're going to use to push it when you put it on. And all you're going to do is take it. You're going to find the area that you've already cleaned with the alcohol, and you're just going to press the button. So let me press it. And you'll hear it, and that's it. I mean, honestly, literally, this is what it looks like when it's on, and you really just don't feel it. People think, oh, that's gonna hurt. It doesn't have any kind of feeling to it, really. And then it has, and I forgot to say I'm using the Dexcom G7. And then it has like a little seal that you can put on it. And I also have another kind of, what I wear is a waterproof patch on top. So you can take this little thing here and you just actually put it around it to kind of keep it adhered to your body. And like I said, I have a nice brown patch. Let me get it right quick. So I've been wearing these skin grips, which they are great because with me working out like I do, it will not come off. So I take this first and I put it on top, and then I put the actual skin grip on it. And I got one that's like a brown skin tone color. Let me show you right quick. And it's small, you really can't see it. I mean, you can see it, but it's not like a big patch. And that's basically what I do. That's some of the things that I'm doing. When you say, does it take all that? Yes, I'm one of those people who may go above and beyond, but that's just my personality and that's just in my nature. But I just want to show you the continuous glucose monitor, and then I'll show you also what it does, how it shows how foods impact me and the different things that you do. So anyway, just want to show you one of the things that I'm doing on my weight loss journey as I go from wearing these different continuous glucose monitors and doing these semaglutide injections, and I'll talk to you later.